What's up, DBs? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. We're going to go over some NFL one-on-one, specifically the Carolina Panthers wide receiver versus DB reps. We're going to be going over how to guard a tight end, how to guard double moves, how to guard receivers in the red zone near the goal line, what we should be thinking, and how our technique might change. Make sure you go to thedbnetwork.com. We talk about this in our DB Mastery program. It's only $50, guys. And you're going to get everything you need as far as drills, as far as IQ, to go ahead and be successful at the next level, right? Whether that's next level being JV to varsity or varsity trying to get a scholarship for college, being in college and trying to be pro ready, right? I guarantee you we're going to have something of value for you. But before we get into the video, let's have a word from our sponsor. What's up, DB Network? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. This video is brought to you by VIX. As an athlete, I always like to feel loose. I always like to feel comfortable. My two favorite products are the compression pants and the grip socks. It doesn't matter what brand of cleat you're wearing. If you have these socks on, you're going to feel one with your cleat, one with the ground, and I guarantee you, you're going to feel quicker and your brakes are going to be quicker as well. The compression pants, I wear these everywhere. I wear them to the gym. I wear them in practice. I wear them to the grocery store. You're going to feel faster. You're going to feel quicker, and you're going to be a better athlete. Make sure you go to VIX. We'll leave the link in the description. So the first clip, this is this a tight end? This looks like a tight end, all right? And we're near the goal line. So essentially, you don't want to back up into the goal line. You don't want to align in the goal line. You want to tightrope the goal line. I know some coaches that would be mad at this DB because we don't even want our heels in the goal line, but I'm fine with it, right? We're using this line. We're tight roping this line. We want to have lateral footwork, 6-inch steps, step and replace, all right? So essentially what that means is if this foot moves 6 inches, this foot moves 6 inches. We don't want long steps down here, longer steps, longer reaction, smaller steps, quicker reaction, all right? Now, it looks like we start inside leverage and we're moving to outside. Couple things could happen here. Either we're using it to try to confuse the receiver, or maybe the coach said, hey, align outside, right? Or maybe he just, I don't know, last second was like, maybe I should be outside. But we get outside, inside stem right away, all right, in breaking route right away. We have to immediately drive to that upfield shoulder, okay? And then when you're, my opinion, and this is what's going to help you guys when the double moves, if we're playing goal line one-on-ones, he has to score. If he runs a slant and we tackle him before he gets to the end zone, that's a win, okay? And that'll help us when it gets to one-on-ones, all right? But he's just taking, diving right in right away, all right? From here, not much we can do but sprint to the upfield shoulder and try to make a tackle. But, yeah, I think not much to say here. Just try to make a tackle. And honestly, I think if we moved up a little bit, okay, if we had our heels in front of the goal line, maybe we get there a split second earlier. Nice tight steps here. Oh, we don't want this. We don't want this. All right, you see how our feet are close here? We don't want that. Keep our steps tight. All right. And then look, you see how we start on the goal line and we end up drifting into it. And now look, he breaks right where we were supposed to be. Good finish, though. Good finish. Somehow we get that ball out. But you see how the smallest details, right? Steps too big. We have both feet off the ground. We drift into the end zone. He breaks right where we would have been. It would have made it a lot easier for us. All right. Let's see. All right, we get at him right away. I think we're trying to jump him right away. All right, but we mistime it, or we don't have the correct distance or the gauge of space, and we can't get him. And now look, I talked about this video before, though, this rep before in a different video. See how we reach? You see our hands are outside of our feet. Whenever you reach like this, you're going to create problems. You're going to be forced to open up. And you see how now we're grabbing jersey, okay? Because we didn't play with our feet and our body. All right, when your hands are outside of your frame, it causes issues. All right, that's a hold, but we end up winning this rep. All right, by default. All right, I really like this move here. Okay, I can't see what the DB's doing, right? All right, we get a double move. Okay, good job here with our eyes. All right, now we can get in front of them. Notice how, all right, because we stay square, because we have good eyes, we can get in front of the receiver, and now we can cut him off. And this is how you guard a taller receiver. My goodness. This is how you guard a taller receiver. You get under him. All right, you don't allow him to use his length. Okay, we want to play tight like this, get under him. All right, make him run through us. Great job here. I wish I could have seen the beginning, but great job. Man, there's maybe a foot difference. This is crazy. That's crazy. Jaycee Horn versus Deontay Johnson. Can't really see what's going on here. I think he tries to jump him. All right, tries to jump him. We get the outside release. Okay. We have the height advantage, but you see how the receiver doesn't fully commit to the fade. All right, simple. That's why you got to keep your eyes on him. Keep your eyes on him. He doesn't commit to the fade. Maybe a quick peek, but the hips tell us something different. He sinks. Now we want to get under. Now we want to sprint and get under. Sprint and get under. All right, we make a play on the football. So the keys here. All right, close space. All right, because if it is a fade, we want to close space. All right, but the hips don't lie. Cuts it short. Now we want to immediately get under, get under, get under, get under, get between him and the football down here at the goal line. All right, here, once we get the route that goes vertical into the end zone, okay, play the leverage hip. Play the leverage hip. All right, and we got to be, I would place our hands on the hips, okay, or a forearm on the hips if we were able to get that close to him. But once he gets vertical, we got to be expecting the inside move to go out, outside move to go in. Play whichever hip you're at, and then if we're inside, we want to play the inside first. Like I said, put our hands on the hip or have some type of connection to him to help us so that we can widen him if he breaks. Don't guess, okay? That outside throw is gonna be a lot more difficult than the inside throw here. I could have swore I posted a drill, an Eagles drill of them working on this. Let's see here. All right, and this, like I said, guys, this goes into play when it comes to, all right, if he doesn't score, it's a win for us, right? So we're outside leverage. Looks like we have good lateral footwork. If he runs a speed out and we drive to the upfield shoulder and he does not score, that's a tackle. That's a win for us. So just having that thought process, right? All right, if you run a speed out, I'm just going to drive and tackle it. I might not intercept it, but I'm going to drive to the upfield shoulder. I'm going to tackle. That's a win. Okay? When he whips up, that's what hurts us here. Okay? Keep driving to that upfield shoulder. Keep driving to that upfield shoulder. All right, stay upfield, stay upfield. We've got enough of these, right? You guys understand, tight end, tight rope. And again, we just keep having these long steps, right? These long steps. Long step. Then we're hopping. We got 2 feet off the ground here, essentially. Both feet off the ground. That's never good. So now by the time we get a foot in the ground, he's already redirected, right? And now we only have 1 foot, and you're not going to get any pressure off of this foot because you just landed, right? You're not going to be able to push off this foot. You're going to have to bring the other foot down, and now we have to cross over. All right, let's see if we can get one more. I like this one. All right, so we got a smaller receiver or smaller DB versus a bigger receiver. We're going to be outside leverage. And I like this, right? Because a lot of times outside leverage allows you to deny the fade route, right? And then we can still play the upfield shoulder. We got a tug here. We can still play the upfield shoulder if he does go inside. So that's the theory behind it. So that's how you can, if you're down near the goal line and you have a tight split, that's how you could take away the bigger receiver. All right, so I hope you guys learned something, right? These aren't perfect. It doesn't seem like they're calling flags, but you gotta know that a hold's a hold, right? Jaycee Horn, Deontay Johnson, last rep. All right. We get the, let's see, outside release. Good job kick stepping, staying on top. All right. Again, close space, close space. He's selling fade with his eyes. All right. But we want to continue to close space. As we're closing space, he sinks the hips. Good job. And now we can battle. I'm not sure if he caught this. Let's see if he caught this. Did he catch this? Nope. See this point of the foot? You see the tip of the football right here? Tip of the football. He doesn't have his hands under it. Good play. Good play.